You might have seen my other video where I did an installation video on these front parking sensors, because I'm always scared to death I'm going to go banging into something with this huge truck, monster truck I have here. This video is going to be a follow-up. It's going to be even cooler, and I'll tell you why, because this is actually going to be a front camera system, wireless, with its own slave 5-inch screen, which I can mount up in the front to really give me some awesome safety. It's the next best thing to having a front ADAS collision system, whatever those things are called. I want to share with you all this new toy that I got. So this here piece, this is pretty much the money shot right here. This here is a camera which is adjustable, day and night camera, parking grid which you can adjust how it looks, which is pretty in itself pretty cool. This here is a solar powered storage device for the charger for the camera, if you can believe that. So that right there should be a wrap right there. Here's the little mounting pad for the 5-inch screen, which you can mount wherever you like in the vehicle. Here, simple enough, a 12-volt cigarette charger. Plug that guy in there, and since they know you're going to lose your port, it comes with a USB charger which you could use, or if you want you can watch this video link I have over here where you could actually hardwire this so you don't have to see any of these wires at all if you don't like that stuff. And over here you can see there's all your programming settings, and nice little screen, not cumbersome, not ugly, pretty discreet looking. I mean, this thing is pretty sweet, because I'll tell you, I saw some other stuff. It's a lot of money. This thing is not a lot of money. So that's another cool thing about this system. So, as it is now, I have these, you know, wireless beepers. They go doot 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 doot, you know, dee when you get real close. But when you get close, it's not even that close. I still find that I have about 2.5 to 3.5 feet, which in some cases, in a tight parking spot, or stuff like that, or when you get near those real big pilings at the shopping center, man, those things scare the hell out of me. So this is going to enable me to get ultra close. So right there is where I'm going to be mounting this plate on there. So I'm going to do that first. Once I get that done, then I can go inside the vehicle and do the second half of the install. So if you want to see what this thing looks like without a license plate on there, it looks good. It's not ugly at all. Here is what the plate frame looks like with an actual license plate in it. Actually, it looks even better. It's too bad Florida doesn't need front tags. I would have left the darn thing in there if the plate wasn't from almost 13 years ago. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to mount the angle. How are we going to want this? I'm going to want pretty much straight on, because that's what I'm looking for, right around here. But you can go up or down, up or down. I mean, you can really go down. Tighten the screw and make it stay, of course. Okay, now that we're in the truck, what we're going to do is we're going to have to figure out how we're going to want this thing mounted. Now, most vehicles, this would probably be the area you're going to want to go for. But you see over here, I got a dash cam, which is probably where I would choose to go had I not had that right there. But since I do, I'm probably going to either go over here or underneath it. So I'm just going to, for now, kind of goof around a little bit. I'm going to put it right here and see how that works out. So after I tinkered around with it and I put it over down here and, you know, over there and stuff like that, I really thought that up here was really the best, because it's kind of like parallel to the rear view mirror, and it's not going to be so hideous looking and obstruct all the view of the main windshield area. So that's where I'm going to wind up going. So since my wire is here, I'm just going to take this and tuck it up just like over here. I'm going to run them together across like that, down, and then power it up. So by default, most people are going to be using the cigarette lighter, like I said. So you just basically take this guy, plug it in there. So the first thing you're going to do is just pair this with the front camera. See, it's thinking. In a second it should be synced up with it after pairing. The hardest part of this installation was this thing right here. When you have to pair this thing, these camera instructions are, you know, enough said. There's a little rubber cover here. Covers this little critter up. You got to push that button to pair it to the monitor. So for the ones of you who haven't seen the video where I did this one, which is the Audible alert sensor, this is the old style one, which told you in analog, you know, 3.0, 2.5, 2.0, you know, when you're supposedly between a half a foot to the obstacle in front of your vehicle, this would just go dee, 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 you know, that kind of a thing. That thing I'm not going to be using too much anymore, and here's why. Now this unit here, by the way, comes with this neat little button you could use just to turn the unit on when you want it, or What you could also do is just hit any button on the side. And look at that. And you see there's a parking grid, which shows you green, which is about 3 feet, and you got about 1.5 foot. And right here is about 1.5 foot. When you're right at that line right there, you're basically right on it. That's pretty damn dead accurate. So watch this. I'm going to take a little cruise and show you how it looks when I'm actually moving. So there we go. I'm just going to drive down a block. That thing looks really good, man. It's amazing how you realize when you get stuff that's this nice, how you ever survive without it. See, it went off in 45 seconds. We can actually turn that back on. I'll show you how. So we'll pull over here real quick. So you go onto the screen and you go to guidelines. See, there's that annoying beeper thingy. Guideline, reversing time, you hit that, and I can make that 90 seconds. That's the way I want it. And I'll hit back, and I'll go over here. Here's my screen, my brightness. I'm gonna crank that up, because I like that. Yeah, oh yeah, oh that looks really good, man. Hit that bad boy again, we're over here to contrast. Kick that up a little too. Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah. Now look at this critter. Woo wee! That looks good, boy. Right about now, you should be thinking about going out and getting one of these things, because this thing's pretty damn cool, man. Wow, that is really neat. I like this. Oh, I really like this. As you can see here, the wiring is all gone. I ran that down with a hard wire, and I'll show a video link down below so you can see how that looks, so you don't have to connect it with the DC cord. I mean, that's just the way to go. Alright, so we're home, and here's a shot with the unit off, just sitting in the vehicle normally. Very unobtrusive, man, especially for such a big screen. I'm impressed. I really like this.